Hello, and what is going on, you guys? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. It's time to get ready to start today's live summon event in the Crew 2. They are coming. A themed summon related to UFO conspiracy theories that everybody is talking about, aliens, and spaceship came from outer space and head down to Earth. It also introduced a new modern event of the same name featuring for the Ford F-150 Raptor from outer space to be featured for today's event. Clearly, they will be having some off-road events by two, one for street racing, hypercar, jet sprint, and aerobatics to be on the mixed event, includes with 3 skills will be coming in to be having some differences to be locating on specific areas around the mountain states and the south. Let's go and participate to have some investigation, and we have to make sure to see how the modded event is going to be set and located somewhere around in Red Rock. If you're new to my YouTube channel, go and click the subscribe button, then leave a like and comment at the section down below, and check out the links on the description if you really want to see more. Feel free to enjoy it anytime you want for the entertainment. Now it's time to get ready to start the live summit event, and let's begin. Some say that aliens have arrived in the Crew 2 by having a modded event to be turns out to become unexpected. Clearly, for only a bundle event is now going over to be at 1.8 million bucks at 20% discount by having 2 vehicles, including a proto rocket since we already got it to be eligible to be on the restriction. 1 street race, 1 hypercar, and that makes a very good choice to have old and new content videos is now going to be putting up with some good rides to be suitable. First up, we have a Lamborghini Ecoista 2013 comes in to be as an all-wheel drive performance, 600 horsepower and a top speed of 201 miles per hour. But this car is going to get a little bit closer towards a 10-year anniversary to the Ecoista since the launch of 2013 as a concept car. 1-seater also comes in to have a nice orange tint interior view to have a nice good futuristic concept car as you may ever saw in Asphalt 8 Airborne. Already checked on the Proto Rocket 2021 as I said, 850 horsepower, top speed 87 miles per hour to be on the water. And last but not least, the 2015 Ariel Atom is now welcome to be part of the Crew 2 to have a continuation of the Contractor. But this car is a very good open wheeler car to be well capable to be driving into the streets, especially for taking part in Pikes Peak Special in the US Speed Tour East. But this ride is very good to be well included with 320 horsepower and a top speed of 161 miles per hour. Better make sure to get 2 cars we'll be adding in, and that one might have an insufficient currency, so I have to make sure to come right back in for having another round on some encore events. One moment please. Okay. But one more thing when you're using the Ariel Atom, it may be also included with custom exterior parts. That means this vehicle is going to be quite good to have a track only vehicle will be well capable to be on the streets or track circuit as well. So 2 cars is now good to go by the purchase after putting up with a new clip. I hope you guys did a good job out there for participate in pole position 2. 4 rewards including a prismatic pink underglow to be part from last week my Valentine event in February. Rank 4196 place. Everything is going to be quite good to have a best moments for motorcycles until we're about to be ready to get settled in to solve with some answers by participate in 6 events and 3 skills, including 4 rewards that we have to take a main focus to be on the platinum category. For this service vehicle came from outer space for the Ford F-150 SVT Raptor, but it might be look very different like the original to be as a street race discipline to be part of the F-150 Raptor. It has different modifications and also to be included with some alien parts with a small UFO if we can probably have to see it for this vehicle. Luckily, this one might have to take 1 day left because 23 hours left until the event is over before we're about to be ready to go back to the 50s. Alright viewers, let's start out with 3 skills and 6 events will be settled in by order. Just gonna have to go over on to Roswell to be on the escape skill by land-based vehicle. So I'm about to choose the Bugatti Divo with the UDRS White Star to enter the Halo to drive away. If anything possible, just gonna have to choose the rally raid discipline. It would be doing much easier to beat the terrain. Driving fast on the asphalt is gonna be doing challenging by master the tights and turns in every route. There you go. Main objective complete. Just gonna have to keep going forward to use this main road. Alright, there you go. Looks like just gonna make sure to beat the traffic. It's gonna get a little bit less. The red zone radius is about to be kicking in smoothly in and quickly. Alright, 33 2 yards. That makes a very good successful first attempt complete. But not a problem, but it will might have to try again to choose for a different discipline. Daytime on Roswell seems doing well, but nighttime will have to go for the opposite to take on attempt number 2. Let's beat the route and head out into the middle of nowhere to have a good forward to stay focused to be on the asphalt. But there might be some less traffic cars if I could probably have to see it. Coming in onto the inside, stay forward, keep boost them up and increase the acceleration without having a contact. Close call. Now gonna have to change the different side by overtake the traffic truck. Come on, just gonna have to stay on track. There you go. I have made it to the middle of nowhere. This is gonna get nearly there. 5,000 yards. Perfection. Now gonna have to go over to have a stopping point. 5,808 yards, folks. This is gonna be a very good successful attempt number 2 complete. 100,000 points is perfectly to be on the rightful start. Always make sure just gonna have to choose the main route by enter the middle of nowhere. Skill number 1 complete. Next up in skill number 2 to be on low altitude at New Mexico. That would be a very good flying time to go low by any a clear advantage to be on the rocky areas. Switched up onto the HR3. Fly low without getting hit by the rocks. It's all about flying exercise skill technique for the aerobatics and air race disciplines. Let's see how I could probably have to fly low without getting hit by the rocks to get closer. There you go. Multiplier is going increase to get closer by 3. That was a contact, of course. I have to make sure to try not to get hit by the rocks. 3 seconds left. Close call. Now, activity performance complete for only 26,140 points. Very successful job average, and there you have it. Added by 50,000 points to be coming up onto 2,837 points. This is going to be quite good to have a piece of cake for 3 skills. Now, on to the Solemn in Meteor Crater will be suitable to be on a second land-based vehicle. For today's selection as a rally raid vehicle, I'm about to choose the Mini Cooper S Countryman All for Racing as a rally raid edition. It's going to be putting up with some alien style vanities, including the window tint, aerial tire, and underglow. Is going to be quite giving some extraterrestrial related to have the modern style to be outfitted with an off-road livery. Let's go in and boost them up. Solemn the gate I go to be climbing up onto the high points. Okay, there you go. Oh, did I ever mention that there is a small alien spaceship is chasing the Mini Cooper S Countryman All for Racing? But yeah, it's a rooftop vanity. As you may ever saw, a UFO is chasing the GT by Citroen in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, that's how I just posted on DeviantArt because that might have an experiment discovery to see how aliens may be quite interesting with hypercars to have a good exact performance to do some examination checked. But look at this, you guys. Attempt number 2 onto the solemn skill is complete by having a good point to be well achieved. Over 150,000 points, and that means 3 skills is complete. Now, looks like this is going to be the perfect time to get settled in for some investigation to have a road to discovery to find out that aliens might be coming in down to Earth in the location of Red Rock. Better make sure if I could probably have to start out in the mixed event to be at the position to be on the first one. So let's go down over to be at Roswell for the Aerobatics to be temporarily as a mixed event. It's rally raid versus plane to dominate the time to see who will take home the podium to see how 2 disciplines between the time record and the pilot to see how fly can it go. So I'm about to choose the Waco Aircraft Corporation YMF by Steed Super Aerobatics Edition. This is going to be a very good time to be ready to take off. Rally raid is going to be doing some off-road experience, but the skies is going to be very challenging to see how far can it go. 3 seconds is good to go. Let's get ready to fly in the course to beat the main time.
Awesome time, I know it.
Always going to have to fly low and press on to be on every area in the checkpoint. That's more like it. Just going to have to stay focused and keep a good stability check when flying in the air. Alright. So it's very challenging whenever fly over onto the aerobatics when participate in a rally raid event. It's very challenging, so better make sure to fly very low nearby when you're entered onto the next checkpoint to have one place to another. But man, this view might be beautiful out there to fly in the sky to have a different areas whenever you saw a rally raid vehicle to take part in the event. 3rd checkpoint complete. Now let's continue on to have a good look. Going quick up onto the boost. Changing up onto the different altitude. 1 minute elapsed since the start of the mixed event for having a plane versus rally raid. There you go. Checkpoint clear. This one after this is going to be the hard part. It's going to be a little bit tricky, so better make sure try not to get enough stresses or headaches. That would be a very tough time to overcome its fear. There you go. Right at the good respawn and change up onto a different turn. Let's see how I can probably do this. Oh yeah. Close call without having a contact. We'll have to try again to be going in on to the 2nd attempt by the chance. That makes 3 tries by using this plane is doing perfectly in this segment. Very good job to be passed through onto the windmill power plant. There's the town over there. The Big Bend. And this one is going to be a very good clear space to be pressing on over. And here comes the finish line after having a good fly low technique. But here it comes. Better make sure if I could probably have to go pass through onto the finish line. This is going to be it. We're heading out from Roswell into Dallas. Get ready, you guys. Yeah, looks like this makes a very good, successful flying finish in me and the wild. Only a plane is doing an incredible job out there to be climbing up for the first time to be reached up onto 100,000 points in the first event. Now that's flying competition to beat the rally raid, folks. 1 down checked, 5 more to go. Next up, jet sprint for the proto rocket to be going in to be at the swamp. That will be a very good, interesting place to see how jet sprint is going to be putting up onto a different condition during They Are Coming event. But however, aliens might be having some places of interest to be hiding around in the swamp whenever it might have to go in contact with its friends in order to extraction for having a good escape. But it might be putting up with some two types of vanities when using a jet sprint. One for the underglow, one for the nitrous. Two types also to be combined with the UFO style on the proto rocket with the UDRS Insportec to be maximized in 120. Grab your rocket, get yourself ready to make your time and go faster to go swippity swift. 3 seconds. Let's do this.
You're gonna ace this. I know it.
Gonna have to pass through. Shortcut is the best option when you're using jet sprint. Successful and doing a great place. So glad to be putting up with some UFO beam on the nitrous. That will be much firing whenever you're gonna have to use it. It's like a different sound effect of the laser. Close call. Now gonna have to get back on the water. It's all about taking 2 laps as always. Keep going forward. Now gonna have to take the right side after passing the next checkpoint. Very good and well impressed. So you see, I'm always in to do some participation to be entered with a new modded event just like Year of the Tiger, Flashback, and other kinds of modded events also to be related to have all kinds of different themes. But it's gonna get a little bit further out there to have a perfect place to be on the road. I'm talking about the event, but not this one because it's all about doing some swim on the waters. Okay, that's more like it. Just gonna have to keep fired up to be on the standby. Okay, back on track. Always gonna have to keep on racing to stay clean when you're in the waters. Last stretch. Take home the podium. 2 minutes, 6.642 seconds to be checkmark. Very good job to be on the jet sprint. And look at this, you guys. Almost to be at 100,000 points. Now I have to go again because that will be a slow down time for the jet sprint if they don't be on the water, because that might have to get alien abduction by aliens whenever it grabs on any kinds of vehicles whenever having some trouble issues. Onward to be on attempt number 2 and make sure stay on the water to go faster to make your mark to improve your time.
Over real soon.
Just gonna have to go speed bump. Checkpoint clear to use the shortcut by doing the jump. Ground time clear. Alright. Always gonna have to do a follow-up catch-up to be part on this video. Not today. Just gonna have to keep faster to beat the time. Incredible work. Excellent grinding. Lap number 2, here I come, and let's see how I could probably have to do my best to improve my time. That would be much incredible to see how jet sprints is all about doing some training work to master the skills on the water. Just gonna have to go maintain and fast throttle to be on the rudders. Almost there. Almost to be at the grinding spot. Pass through to be on the next checkpoint. I hope this is going to be doing much incredible to be fired up without getting caught in the alien abduction for the proto-rocket. But it will be doing great by the definition of blast off. Just gonna have to go boost them up to have a nitrous in it. Final stretch I go and take home the podium to be having 3 seconds to go blast off in under 2 minutes. Better park this puppy right here, and there you have it. Second event complete by having 100,000 points complete, and that makes 2 down, 4 more to go. So let's see what the next event is going to be. Quite good to have street race and hypercar disciplined. But we're almost there to get the rally raid force vehicle of the Ford F-150 Raptor from outer space to be on loan. Let's start out with the Aerial Atom. Take part in Pikes Peak Special in the US Speed Tour East. So here's for a little bit kinds of science fiction fan art types. First of all, I have some of my Total Drama OCs are aliens. 3 of them are Protoss and 1 of them are Zerg. But I'm still remember playing StarCraft back in the day because it's been a long time ago. But I'm always moving on to have different careers and interests to be as a YouTuber. But however, different rides comes in to have different disciplines with some new rides. Just like the Aerial Atom, 2015 is going to be perfectly to be at the maximum performance level in 280. 420 horsepower and the top speed of 227 miles per hour. And I cannot believe it that all kinds of different exterior parts to be customized to be well fitted into a track-only circuit car is well capable to be taking part in different FIA series to be exclusive to be on the one make series. But of course, you may also see my Total Drama OCs on DeviantArt, but I'll make sure I'll be ready to set out for having a time attack event. 3 seconds. Here I go, and let's see how the Aerial Atom can beat the time in 3 minutes and 36 seconds.
Prepare for the US Speed Tour East, Pikes Peak, Colorado. Up the Rocky Mountains, the race to the clouds.
This car is so light-weighted to be well performed to be as a driver and passenger, to be well performed to be used as a different lightweight car, just like the KTM Expo R in a different model. Clearly, however, just like any other British lightweight sports car, like the Lotus Elise, is definitely might be quite doing a fantastic job out there since the crew. Only in the Crew 2 for the Aerial Atom is also to be labeled as a street race discipline. But you may never notice that different custom parts may be converted into a track-only circuit car is also to be used as a race car. But this car might be quite good to be having a good place to have a right start. And let's see how I can probably have to do a perfect time to do some strategies to master it on the uphill circuit. Gonna have to pass through onto the checkpoint and boost them up. There we go. Keep going straight. Slow it down and change them up onto a different interior view. So you see, folks, that kind of the interior view of the Aerial Atom is also to be as a different kind of a racing circuit car, but also to be used as a sports car to be labeled as well to see how this vehicle is going to be well performed to be taking part on every race circuits. But what can I say? This Aerial Atom may be a very good place for a street racer to be take part in the Crew 2 to have all kinds of street racing events only on circuit and sprint race, just like the Pikes Peak International Hill Climb to be part of the US Speed Tour East. And there you go. Corner successful to be pressed on to be in the next checkpoint. Hold it steady to be on the maintain throttle. Finally made it on top of the hill. No sign of UFOs coming around, folks. Just gonna have to do some clear skies to have a good look. Okay, we're almost there. Gonna have to keep my A game up.
There they go, past the last checkpoint. The finish line is right ahead to win the stage.
There you go. 2 minutes, 48.226 seconds to be in the first attempt. Let's see the activity performance. Yes, successful job well done for the aerial atom, and 100,000 points to be added with 4,443 points. Now that's time attack competition to beat the hill. Halfway there, folks. 3 events down, 3 more to go. Hypercar is coming up to be in the big land, but the Lamborghini Ecoista is now ready to take on to be in the highway. So I hope it's going to be doing much incredible to have different conditions between day or night. Better make sure to keep an eye out, because the icons on different condition in this summon will be going in to have a different variety effect, just to make sure to see some different vehicles on every discipline whenever you like to take on with. So putting up with some nitro chemists in the Lamborghini Ecoista at 320 performance level, 840 horsepower and a top speed of 281 miles per hour. Handling is going nearly expert, but this concept hypercar is very experimental to be putting up onto a test. Let's get ready to try this out and see how the Ecoista is all about conception to make a good test to accomplish to have a great success. Alright, nighttime, here I go, and let's go boost them up from 0 to 200 miles per hour for this concept car.
Come on, you can do it!
Let's see how I can probably have to pop up with an active wing spoiler when going up onto the high gear. This Lamborghini looks so incredible. By the looks of it, it may be quite coming up onto the 5th gear to be putting up with some high speed performance is actually turns out brilliant and elegant. Just gonna have to go straight away by pulling the nitro to be unleashed. Checkpoint cleared by 2 times. 3 times by pulling the brake. But this car is actually become a hypercar concept beast, folks. This looks very incredible to see how faster for the Lamborghini Ecoista can actually to take on in first place in the lead to be part of this event. Maybe I could probably have to take a good look at this interior view. Looks so futuristic high tech, of course, but I kinda like it. This Ecoista maybe also includes for the 1-seater to be used as a driver, just like as a fighter jet, of course, because it has all kinds of different features whenever you're gonna have to go top speed to be up over on to 450 kilometers. Gonna keep a little bit much forward out there to have a nice place to be on the highway. No traffic, no problem. Just having some rough terrains to get a little bit bumpy. Just gonna have to be a little bit more exercise caution. Okay, here it comes. Gonna have to stay on to the perfect formation. Going light velocity. Oof. Talk about a tough landing. But I can still look at the night sky whenever I can probably see some aliens. Checkpoint clear. Almost to be at 83% in the progression. So great out there to do a faster time to go on a rush. Time to go kick up onto the high gear. Stay on the right side. Now continue on to be in the straightaway. And here comes the 6th gear, folks. That makes getting a little bit much peaker to be almost at 300 miles per hour. And for the good news is, final stretch until the finish line has arrived by 2 minutes and 50 seconds to be at a decimal of 323. Alright, looks like not bad at all. Very good and hypertastic to see how this concept Lamborghini Ecoista is doing a best experiment test drive to see how a hypercar can actually take on with 3 hypercars to do a test run. For only 2 more events to go to be on the rally raid discipline to have 2 events, so that means the Ford F-150 Raptor from outer space and They Are now coming up next to have 2 more remaining. Getting closer on to the platinum because it's going to get further to be at 800,000 range points to be on the goal towards the platinum. Maybe I could probably have to try out the F-150 Raptor from outer space to be taking place in Arch Park Trail. No matter how we saw a pickup truck of the Ford F-150 Raptor in the street race discipline set out to follow the trail of the crashed alien spaceship, where might be heading towards this car is actually having a service vehicle to be labeled as a title. But no matter which company is this F-150 Raptor from, but it's definitely might be not from Interbred Outdoors or US Wildlife Protectors. But this one from outer space is maybe quite having an interesting surprise to be labeled as an Evolution 1 as the Enforcer unit from Motorflix The Hunt. But you may never notice onto the rear it also has 2 tires to be well equipped and one on the front may be quite putting up to be as a standard vehicle just like any other pickup trucks. But it might be look cool and very interesting to see the trunk to have all kinds of alien materials are also to be stored. Let's find out and try this pickup truck for a spin.
3, 2,
This vehicle looks so extraordinary to have all kinds of alien materials to be well strapped.
You'll make awesome time, I know it.
Let's cruise around and see how it turns out. The handling looks the same just like the street race or rally raid edition of the Ford F-150 Raptor in the first generation. Evolution 1 of course, but it might be quite putting up with some different weights to be outstrapped to have a flying saucer to be well stored. For this kind of an event, just gonna make sure to follow the trail to pass through on every checkpoint and deliver the saucer over to the finish line, so maybe this might be quite putting up with some interesting surprise about this service vehicle of the Ford F-150 Raptor. But the interior view looks the same by the way, but it will be doing the usual. Okay, checkpoint clear to be proceed. Now gonna have to keep forward to be on the main trail. Gonna have to go off-wheel drift. There you go. No contact needed. Just gonna have to go for an average drive. Let's try the left side. Clearly the right side may be also contained with a blocking part. But I'm always gonna have to be smart at this. This car's always gonna have to set explore around in the canyon lands. Halfway there to be at 50% in the progression. Keep going forward. 4th gear is doing much average. That's good news. Almost there, folks. We're heading out onto the rocky surface. Just gonna have to head out onto the dirt trail. There's the buffalo. Now we're heading out and press on to be in the main valley. Yeah! Better make sure that the strap is also to be well tight. Checkpoint clear. Almost there, folks. One more area to go until I'm about to see the finish line. Gonna have to pull the brake. So how often do you guys think about the service vehicle of the Ford F-150 Raptor? Sounds like carrying a flying saucer is going to be heading out over to be at Area 51, just like a little bit more scene from Independence Day where Will Smith is also to be playing as Steve when he's carrying a knocked unconscious alien after his jet just barely took a crash landing. But that was incredible to have a single punch to make that alien unconscious, to drag his parachute all across the desert. Final stretch, here I go. And this flying saucer is now putting up to Welcome to Earth gift basket. Let's stop over here. 3 minutes, 47.789 seconds. Very good job. First activity performance, average complete. Now that's what I call close encounter. Alright folks, looks like this is it. One more event to go, and this is going to be the same title to be as a modded event. One reward also included with a vanity tire is going to be well featured for today's event. And also for the good news, climbing up onto the platinum in rank 10,050th place is now entered for having a good blue spot to be on the mark. I hope this is going to be the perfect time to get ready to try out with the creator's Hunter 51 to be as a rally raid vehicle. Now I have tried out with the Hunter 51 for the first time after reaching up onto tier number 49 to be part of the Motor Pass system in Season 4 Episode 2 of the Contractor. Is going to be putting up with some modifications for this van, maybe converted into a rally raid car. But it's also to be putting up with some inside of the aluminum foil to be outfitted to have all kinds of materials. We'll be doing some alien conspiracy theories that everybody is talking about with UFOs came from outer space. So I'm about to be ready to try this out for today's video segment, folks. The Hunter 51 may be quite putting up with some answers to be taking part in today's modded event to be set and located around in Red Rock. Let's see how I could probably have to do my best out there, folks. Always putting up with a nitro chemist will be suitable to go faster to be on the extended. Let's go and find out with some answers.
Stay focused on the route and you'll ace this.
That's right. Always gonna have to stay focused and... Whoa, man! Did you see that? I cannot believe it, I just saw that coming.
Hello? Hello? There has to be somebody out there. I knew this day would come and now I can't even... Hey, you! Down there in the canyon! Wow, you're so lucky. You gotta check that out. First contact, baby!
So there was an incoming radio transmission from a UFO Watcher. Sounds like he found something very interesting, that he saw a crashed alien spaceship. But here it is right there, folks. That's where I'm about to head out, because the finish line is all about doing some investigation to solve some answers. But there might be some flying spaceship coming around, so I have to keep an eye out. This race is not about doing a different competition. It's all about science fiction whenever we have to find some clues. Solid landing, giving a good refill nitro.
Go, go, go! Step on it! Hey, grab some alien debris, okay? For me, alright?
I will. Just make sure, stay whenever you are, and I'm about to head over. Not to worry, folks. I'm just talking to the UFO Watcher. He may be very excited about a crashed alien spaceship. What in the world now?
I've been saying it for years. They're here for core
Yep, I guess what the aliens are looking for. Cows. That's how they're about to do for alien abduction. Now here comes the finish line. I have to get ready because this cutscene may be having one big of surprise. Alright, looks like maybe not. I have finally gold green to beat the lap time in 2 minutes and 35 seconds to be as the main objective time. By the good news, by the way, 2 minutes and 27.72 seconds to be well achieved to be on the 100,000 point mark in range. Wow, I cannot believe it, you guys. Alien spaceships in the Crew 2 to be part as a modded event. I cannot believe it. It's so much experiments to see all kinds of expression out there whenever you saw something to be react. How awesome is that, folks? But clearly, aliens are here in the Crew 2 to be part of this modded event. But this makes something else to have one experience to come true. Thank you so much, UFO Watcher. I know this is very extraordinary that you really want us to see. It's so great to see all kinds of experience to have different events to be on different conditions, including a modded event, and that means for only one reward goes to have a vanity tire to be adding up onto your collection. But good job, you guys. But that makes a very good fine discovery whenever we saw aliens in the Crew 2 when you're driving to be part of this event to be set and located somewhere around in Red Rock. So the mystery has been solved by having a great discovery and moving on to go right back to go time travel back to the 50s will be set in schedule for the next event. But clearly for having a platinum tint to be on the 50s is going to be on the rare as a vanity. Have set to be legendary boosts for only a gold, spare part pack in silver, and always gonna have 150,000 followers as usual. So good thing we already got 2 required vehicles will be eligible to be participate to be on the restriction. So that means better make sure to go right back in time to go over onto the 1950s and make your mark onto some 6 events and 3 skills as well to have some different rewards, including loot parts, 1 motor star, and some 45,000 rewards in 2 events, including 300,000 followers as the main reward. Only 2 more events to go, and here comes the penultimate will be scheduled for the next event on to 2nd of March through 9th until we're about to be ready to set out onto the final event in March 9th to 16th is the Mitsubishi Motors Addict to be part of the manufacturer at the end of Season 9. After back to the 50s to get the window tint with the same title name as a rare vanity, there is also one vanity includes for the Dark Punch Nitro to be labeled in common onto the gold reward with silver exterior parts for the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution X Strip Edition, and for the platinum reward, the Loot Digger boosted for the Rallycross Discipline. Thank you for watching on my video in the Crew 2, folks. I hope you enjoyed. Just go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, and click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. And don't forget to follow me on any social media platforms like Deviant Art, Instagram, GT Planet, Twitter, and more to see for my own image artwork like UDRS livery, Total Drama fan art with card liveries, and more whenever you're welcome at any time. I'll be see you guys next time on the live summit event in the Crew 2, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.